Guys, welcome back. In this video, we'll be making a compact circuit that can be fitted in a glove to control robots using gesture commands. It's really cool to control a pick and place robot completely using hand gestures, right? I have been making gesture controlled robot and controlling it using flex sensors and accelerometer. Then I thought of replacing the flex sensor with a Hall effect sensor. Why? Because we can easily fix it inside the glove and the switching can be done much more efficiently. So let's take a look at the circuit. And here we are on Altium Designer. Altium is a PCB designer that can be used to create simple PCBs for your hobby projects or complex and multi-layer PCBs for industrial use. It's easy to create your own PCBs using Altium. If you are a DIY electronics enthusiast, you're gonna really love it. Altium subscription includes Altium 365, which lets you design, share, and manufacture your project in one place. Secure centralized cloud storage lets you share your designs and ideas with teammates or clients. You can download and install the free trial version from the description down below. And if you are a student, you get a 6 months full license absolutely free. So don't miss out. So here you will see a voltage input terminal where I can connect a 9-volt battery or a DC power adapter. This voltage input is connected to a 7805 voltage regulator, which will convert an unregulated DC voltage of 7 to 32 volt to a 5 volt DC supply. This 5 volt is then connected to Arduino, HC12 wireless module, indicator LEDs as well as the accelerometer. For this project, I decided to go with Arduino Pro Mini because of its small size, but of course you can use any Arduino board for this project. GPIO pins 8 and 9 are connected to two terminals where I was planning on connecting some 5V LEDs. X and Y output of accelerometer is connected to analog pins A0 and A1 of Arduino. These are some headers right here that are connected to analog pins of Arduino in this PCB. The reason why I added this is to connect two analog Hall effect sensor instead of flex sensor. I'll be using one of them to close and open the claw of the robotic arm and the other to switch between the control of the robot and control of the claw in the robot. And here is another switch with which I can manually trigger a switching action. Basically, that's all I needed for this project. If you are planning on making it, make sure you first try it out on a breadboard, and once you get the output, you can use it as such or create your own PCBs. I personally like PCBs. PCBs are neat and helps you get rid of all nasty wires hanging around, and it's cool to make our own PCBs for our projects, right? Once the circuit was finished and tested, I designed a compact PCB using Altium where I can fix all the components neatly. Here, you can see routing is there on both sides of the board, that means it's a dual layer PCB. I ordered my PCBs from PCBWay. PCBWay is a PCB manufacturer specializing in PCB prototyping, low volume production, and neat and tidy PCB assembly. To order your PCBs from PCBWay, go to PCBWay website and fill in the basic board details in the instant order form. And in the next screen, you can completely customize your PCB. You can change the thickness, change the solder mask color as well as the silk screen color, materials used, and you can customize it in every way possible. Corresponding prices will be updated here in real time. In PCBWay, you can even manufacture your PCBs with TG150 to 160 for the same prices as that of TG130 to 140, which means your PCB will be able to operate in high temperature without any damage. In the next screen, you should be able to upload your Gerber file and submit it for a review. Once the review is completed, all that is left to do is add to cart, make the payment, and wait for your PCBs to arrive. Once you get all the components and the PCB, it's time for you to solder them together. Solder all the components onto the board and make sure to check the polarity of the components. After soldering, the PCB looks like this. And this is it. This one is small and I think it will fit nicely on top of the glove. On top, we have Arduino Pro Mini, a switch, a 7805 voltage regulator, and some header pins where we can connect a Hall effect sensor. And below, we have the ADXL335 accelerometer which will sense the tilt. The output of these sensors are wired directly to Arduino. And on top right here, we'll be connecting the wireless module. For this project, I'll be using the HC12 wireless module. This is the glove I'll be using for this project. I'll be fixing this board on top of this glove like this. Here, I'll be using this linear Hall effect sensor. This one is an A1302 linear Hall effect sensor which will give an analog output when brought near a magnetic field. The first pin is VCC, which is 5V, the second pin is ground, and the third pin is Vout, which is directly proportional to the magnetic field. Here you can see I have already soldered two of them with these jumper wires so that I can easily connect with the header pin on the circuit board. These Hall effect sensors will be fixed somewhere near the fingertip of the glove. And finally, I will be gluing a strong tiny magnet somewhere here. Now, this is how it works. When I fold or open my fingers, the distance between the magnet and the Hall effect sensor changes, and the magnetic field surrounding the Hall effect sensor changes, which will alter the output voltage of the Hall effect sensor. When my hands are open, the distance between the Hall effect sensor and the magnet will be maximum, and so the output of the Hall effect sensor will be minimum. When I fold the fingers, the Hall effect sensor will be close to the magnet, and so the output voltage increases. With these Hall effect sensors along with the circuit board that contains the accelerometer, I will be able to create a control glove that will be able to control things like these robots, robotic arms, much better than my previous glove that uses flex sensor. Now, let's take a look at the robot side. The robot body that I will be using for this project will be this tracked robot chassis. The best part of this robot chassis is I can easily attach this robotic arm on top of it. In order to control this robot, I will be using another Arduino board. This Arduino board will be connected to another HC12 wireless module that will be receiving data from the remote controller. If you are not using robotic arm, then we don't have to use servo motor driver. We can simply drive all the motors using some simple L2 and 3D motor driver IC. If you want to control servo motors of the robotic arm, we should use an additional servo motor driver. Now, let's take a look at the coding. I will share the code of the remote controller as well as the robot in the description down below. In the remote controller part, what we are doing is we will be collecting the inputs from the accelerometer, the Hall effect sensor, as well as the switch and store it in different variables. Once we have done that, we will be converting them into a string of values separated by commas. Once we have constructed the string, we will be sending it to the HC12 wireless module. This HC12 wireless module will be sending this data to the HC12 wireless module in the robot. On the robot side, the HC12 wireless module in the robot will be receiving the data that is sent by the remote controller and send it to the Arduino. Arduino then separates and stores these values in different variables. Once that is done, we can simply use these variables to control the robot as well as the robotic arm if you are using it. We have made a detailed video explaining all the coding part for this robot, and I will link the link in the description down below. Once you have uploaded the code to the Arduino glove as well as the robot, you will be able to control your robot by using your hand gestures. That was really simple, right? So, if you have any doubts, please do let me know in the comments down below. If you want more videos like this, make sure you subscribe to our channel and hit the like button. So, see you in the next video.